Okay, so we're ready to move on to lesson 5.10, which is our intro into slope-intercept form, which is another way to write linear equations. So the first thing we're going to start off is with an equation, and we're going to find at least 3 solutions to this linear equation. And I'm going to actually help you figure out which values we should be plugging in. So the first thing we need to do is we need to set up a table of our x values, our equation, what our y values are going to be once we find them, and then our coordinate points x, y. So I want to find 3 solutions. I want to find the solutions where we have -5, 0, and 2. So what I want you to do right now is take a moment, plug in -5, 0, and 2 for x, and solve for what y should equal. So go ahead, pause the video, do that, and come right back. Great, so hopefully you got that done. So here we should have 2 times -5. We should have 2 times 0, and we should have 2 times 2. We should know that this is -10, 0, and 4, and that gives us our coordinate points. -5, 0, -5, and -10, 0 and 0, and 2 and 4. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're just going to accomplish these items on our to-do list. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to graph the solutions as points on the coordinate plane. So let's look over at the graph that we have here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So on this graph, I'm going to let my x and y axis just be the center lines there. Pretty simple. Go ahead, take a moment to plot your points. So we have a point down here. We have a point at 0, 0, and we also have a point at 2, 4, which is right here. And remember, we learned not too many lessons ago that when we have a linear equation, we know that the graph of the solution should look like a straight line. So go ahead, connect that with a straight line as best as you can. If mine will let me connect it. Okay, so there's my straight line. And then we're going to keep moving down our checklist. So on our checklist here, graph solutions as points on the linear, on the coordinate plane. We did that. It says connect points to make a line. We did that. And now it asks us to find the slope of the line. So we're going to do this by counting. I know yesterday we used the formula, but today we're going to count. So here's one point and here's another point. So I'm going to go ahead and count. 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 2 over. I'm going to write that over here. We went 4 over 2, and so I know my slope is 2. Okay, so I want you to take a look at the equation that we started with on our line and our slope that we found from the graph, and what do you notice as far as connecting the slope and the graph to the linear equation? I'm hoping what you found is that y equals 2x, is that this number right here is the same as our slope. Okay, so go ahead and think about that just for a second, and then we're going to move on to our next problem.